Welcome to FlowTrack. My name is Mike Brown, and I'm the founder. I appreciate you signing up today, and I want to take this time to give you a quick tour on some of the key concepts inside FlowTrack so you can hit the ground running. But first, I want to give you a tour of your dashboard. This is the dashboard you'll always see when you log in, and if you need to access this page again at any time, you can always click on the FlowTrack logo on the top left. Now you can customize your dashboard by adding your own image, and you can also see some of the tasks you need to complete to get online with FlowTrack. Now we populated this with some of the most common things that our customers like to do. For everything from creating a form to capture leads, to hooking that form up to an automation flow to do things like create newsletters and autoresponders and other automation, creating a website, connecting your domain name for website hosting and email, adding chat to your website, and much, much more. So please come through and review this list and click on the button to complete the item or mark it as completed. This will be the fastest way to get online with FlowTrack. The other thing I want you to notice is over here on the top right, you'll have the ability to switch roles if you're in a multi-user environment. So if you're, let's say, a reseller, you'll be able to switch and toggle between your different sub-accounts quickly using this button. Now I'm going to introduce you to two of the most important concepts inside FlowTrack, and you'll find these on your left-hand side menu. Now, this is flows and tracks. Flows, now these are drag and drop custom automation sequences that you create. You'll use this to do everything from order automation to sending confirmation emails, autoresponders, creating newsletter sequences, and any sort of custom sales and marketing sequence you can dream up. You can even use flows to control and route inbound phone calls. Now, under tracks, you can think of this as the different paths that your customers, leads, and contacts follow in your system. Now let me give you a few examples. Let's say you design a form inside FlowTrack and you put that form on your website. Well, that form is a track into FlowTrack. So every time you fill out that form submission flows through on this track and triggers this flow. But here you'll see I don't have a flow added, so there's no automation that happens when someone fills out my Contact Us form. But sometimes that's okay. You may not always want to trigger an automation flow every time someone fills out this form, because every time someone fills out the form, a contact is automatically created in your database. And in fact, if a contact fills out your form multiple times, the system is intelligent to know that this is an existing contact, so it's going to relate that form submission with your existing contact in your database. So it's a great way to stay organized. Now, if you want to trigger an automation flow every time someone fills out this form, you'll have to come in here and click on Add New, and this will relate a flow to this track. Now, the tracks dashboard is a great way to stay organized across all the different channels in your business. On this dashboard, using the date range filter, I can see how many contacts, leads, and customers I had from all my different sources, whether they filled out a form, called my phone number, booked a meeting, placed an order. You get the idea. Now let me give you another example. Let's say you order a phone number inside FlowTrack. Well, that phone number also creates a track. Every phone number and every form will create a track, and you'll be able to see exactly what flow is triggered when someone calls your new phone number. And so what would you put in a call flow? Well, this is where you'll create interactive voice menus, such as IVRs. That's the type of phone tree you typically hear when you call a business, and it'll say something like push 1 for sales or 2 for support. You can do call forwarding and even dynamic call routing. Everything that you create inside FlowTrack, from your chat inboxes, whether that's email, website chat, forms, payment forms, funnels with forms, phone numbers, and meeting scheduling links, all create tracks for you automatically on your dashboard. So it's up to you to come in here and hook up these tracks to your own custom flows. So you can have personalized sales and marketing automation running at every different touch point you have with your contacts, leads, and customers. Tracks are just one of the many different ways that you can trigger your flows inside FlowTrack. But you can also trigger flows manually inside of your database. This is great if you're going to do like a one-off marketing email or other marketing automation. You might want to use the filters to filter customers based on tag. Let's say customers who have a nurture tag or a hot lead tag. Then I can select all those customers and click Add to Flow. And all those customers are immediately processed in your flow. Now there's other ways you can trigger flows based on triggers. And that could be based on events like a tag is added to a contact, an opportunity or task changes status in the pipeline, and many other different types of triggers. Now let's go ahead and dive back into the FlowTrack dashboard. I want you to go in here and review this list and either mark it as completed to remove it from your list or click the button to complete it. Thank you for joining me on this quick introduction to FlowTrack, and thank you for deciding to grow with the flow.